on. Go.
Go? Now?
Go. Yeah, right now.
Right now even?
Do it. Do it now.
It's too soon. I'm not ready. Wait.
Nope. Now.
My hair's not ready. Gotta take out the curlers. Wait, hold on. I think the chat bot.
You have curlers?
Huh? No. It's natural. What do you mean?
Oh. Okay. Just enough. Hey, everyone. While you figure out what's going on, Grayson, I'll go ahead and do the thing I haven't done in a while.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. Grayson Allen UFO or what? Grayson Allen UFO or Grayson Allen V2er, wherever you are. And Smoe79 here, once again on a wonderful December 28th. It is currently 10:07 p.m. on the Eastern Coast, which makes it 8:07 over on the Grayson Mountain time.
Yeah, my personal mountain, you're right.
Yeah, your personal mountain. It is currently 40 degrees Fahrenheit over in the ATL area, and we are here with, hopefully, the ending of her story. Grayson, how you doing?
Oh, hi, I'm so good. Got my hair did. It is... Shush. It is so dadgum cold where I am today. I'm actually, like, all bundled up, like... Because I don't have control over when I have heat in my apartment. That's up to the neighbors to determine. And they have determined that 50 is adequate, I guess, today. So I'm bundled up in a hoodie and a blanket while we're streaming. But
sounds nice though. Sounds cozy.
It is nice. Like, I mean, honestly, I much prefer that they're keeping things cooler than like too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm fine putting on a hoodie, like,
right.
But I can only peel off so many layers of skin before I start getting woozy.
Yeah. Sometimes it's needed to keep the fluids and blood in.
But yeah, so
yeah.
I think things are doing pretty good. I probably should have checked to make sure that people can hear you, so I don't sound like a mad person. I think you're there. You're a little quiet. I'm gonna turn you up just a titch.
Hold on, that might be something on my end because I'm noticing I'm a little quiet on my end.
Whoa, hey, you're suddenly massively loud. Perfect. Let me turn it back down.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I guess I didn't have the mic pointed at my face.
It's all good. There we go. Okay, I think we're all balanced. I see a loading error is here.
Hi, loading error.
Giving threats. So is Satoon. And Lala's being very polite. Thank you, Lala.
I don't believe that's actually Lala.
The other two can take notes on how to be nice and stream.
Winter Hippo continues for 6 months.
Wow.
So does that mean we're... Let's see, I think you started subbing to me maybe a month into our relationship, so are we on our 7 months?
Man, things are getting pretty serial over there.
No. Or is it 6 months? No, I think you actually subbed, like, when we met. So 6 months, I think. Half a year. Woo.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, everyone.
Man, so kind and supportive. Unlike the Toon, who just outright plans to fight, apparently, this stream. So, thanks. Just over on Twitch.
Right before we made it official. So, okay. So, yeah, just about 6 months then.
Wow. It's pretty crazy.
Well, it says I joke about you not remembering, but it took me a few years to remember my anniversary. Yeah, that's probably going to be me.
Yeah.
What day is it? What time is it? Where am I?
How important is an anniversary, really?
How about a university?
I mean, universe is
university, but a university.
University? Those are helpful. Sure. But anyway, murder mysteries. So, by the way, how's everyone doing? It's been like a week since we streamed.
Yeah, it's been a while. Actually, Grayson, we haven't done this on stream, but how was your holidays?
eventful, I guess. I have many families that I have to make the holiday rounds for, so it's quite busy. It's fun. I still actually have one more Christmas party this next weekend.
Oh, fun.
But they're mostly over. But it was, I don't know, it's super fun to be able to see it, like get to see fun family. It's exhausting. I had an amazing 3-hour nap yesterday that I desperately needed. But how were your holidays, Smo?
Pretty good. I just mainly spent it here at home. The family were doing all the hanging out and everything like that, and then they all got sick, so I'm gonna stay over here. And I've been hanging out a lot with Winter, and I've been still on that Palia grind, or Palia, or whatever, however you pronounce it.
I think it's Palia, but okay.
Palia? Whatever. GIF, not GIF, whatever. Holidays are fine. I mean, as far as just hanging out with the family a little bit, that was cool, but nothing too exciting. Honestly, I kind of like it that way.
Yeah, that can be nice to keep things low key. It doesn't always have to be a big to do.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That sounds delightful. Hatun says many families. Yeah, Hatun, I have mistresses all across the country. Takes a while to visit, no?
I don't believe that for a second.
I don't either. Way too lazy. Hatun is allowed to avoid cousins on Christmas, which is the best. That is nice. I mean, I assume that's nice. I definitely, again, with family functions, there's certain family members you're maybe less excited to see during the holidays. But, I don't know. I don't know. It went okay for me this year, so... It's the biggest lie of the universe. Shush. But anyway...
Is calling you out for calling her a criminal, and yet you would lie in such a way.
Not lying. Just saying words. And...
Saying words?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with just throwing words out into the ether in whatever order I please, without a care and for their validity. Cousins always ask me for money despite being doctors. That is odd. That is a strange thing. Sorry, Hatun.
Grido.
Yeah.
Grayson, last we did was tap, and you said you were going to do some homework.
It's
How'd
true.
that homework come out?
I cheated.
I heard the whiteboard.
It's entirely too big. It's hitting everything. Hold on. Let me pulling out my notes here.
Hashtag humble brag.
God, just hitting up on everything. Just can't be contained. So yeah, I spent an hour, listening over to the previous VOD, trying to figure out the knock code that a couple of the videos have, as we can see over here on the screen, the rap tap taps. And I got to the point where I finally had to double check my work online, because I thought I was losing my brain. But it turns out there's there is a typo in the way that she typed it out. At least we're all assuming it's a typo because it didn't make a real word. Or at least it got pretty close to a word. But we're pretty sure. So this first video right here, my mouse, where she's kind of just talking to herself between questions. She's tapping out the words "love you," LOVEU.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the second video, when she's as an example, showing to the investigator how the knock code works, she's tapping out the words bid Hannon, which were actually pretty. people were kind of discussing it's probably supposed to be by Hannah, like BYE, Hannah, instead of BYN Hanan, or whatever it was like. And it wasn't quite making a word when I was figuring it out myself, but that seems to be what people are assuming it's supposed to be. So I don't know if it's super significant, but it was just like interesting, maybe Easter egg. Unless they're, I mean, we could try typing those in to see if something comes up, but
no, I don't think so.
Yes, that's kind of where we got. This is why we fight. You saying words, Lokatoon. I will have so many words with you later. I put my whiteboard away and immediately lost all my memory of how it works. Let's see here.
Okay, so what do you have on your whiteboard that you'd like to kind of dive into a bit further?
Right, I think we're kind of at a point where we probably got to start like doubling upwards, because we've hit quite a few where like there were more search results than we actually get, like, because you only get like 5 at a time, no matter how many results there total are.
Sure. Do you have any of those marked down that we had too many of?
I got a query history. Simon has a lot. Let's see. I want to do Simon dead.
There you go.
Hey, there's a new one. I know what I'm doing.
I thought the eyeball.
No, the eyeballs mean new, right? Wait, does it mean watched?
I thought they meant new. Because the other ones had no eyeballs.
You're right, Smoe. I was testing you. You passed.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to be my co-host for another stream. I'll redeem it on your ticket later.
Okay, sweet. Let's give me the little punch card.
13 seconds. That's bad luck.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
That's right, because Hannah's pregnant. See? I'm pretty sure we're the baby. I'm like 80% willing to bet that we're the baby.
We're the baby?
Based on timelines, because this is 94, and I think the clock is still stuck in 2016. So that's like about 20-ish years. So we'd be like 19 and or 20, perhaps. Perhaps even 21 if we were born in Korea, but that's a different story. And unlikely. Law says, hey, that was my theory. Man, you know what, Lol, if only there was a way for you to prove that. But I'm pretty sure that I solidly came up with that entirely on my own. I'm trying to feel better with the gray stream. Hey, loading error, welcome back. iTunes says, but Hannah had the miscarriage? Is that what we went with? Well, I think... So that's the thing, like, I think we've determined there were 2 pregnancies. And it seems like maybe the first time was a miscarriage. But now Hannah's pregnant again. Because, like, I think there's one video we saw where, like, Hannah talked about, like, how they had, like, a whole bunch of, like, baby stuff, like, still packed away from, like, how they hadn't needed it. But then how she's also talking, like, in the present tense about a new pregnancy. So I think, like, that's the implication. I know, like, Eve's talked about, like, how, like, she seems to be unable to get pregnant, or at least has been thus far unsuccessful.
Okay. I don't know if we've looked up this word, but I've got, with what we just talked there. Let's go ahead and finish this, but I'll tell you here.
Loading error says, I hate getting sick. That is such a mood, loading error. I thought Eve was the one who was and. Could double check that. I'm pretty sure Eve had several videos talking about like how she was trying really hard, but unless something changed. But like last we knew was like Hannah was pregnant, Eve wasn't, and Eve was trying to get pregnant because she needed to match Hannah. Like, because, you know, that's their thing they do. But anyway.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
Well, I could definitely look up the word like affair and sex and cheat, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. There were 3 there. So there's a word here I saw that was not pregnant, but it was infertile.
Sure, sure. Let me write these down. Infidel. That's a strange choice, Smoe, but we can look it up for sure.
You're an infidel.
Never. I mean, I've known girls who've tried to get pregnant for years, gave up, then suddenly got pregnant. I mean, it is a legit thing. Like, some people, like, it's easier than others. Like, I don't know. But, okay, so that's that video. Finish up this one real quick.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon.
Maybe.
No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Ah. So he appropriated money from something for their getaway. That's interesting. Loading error says seg. You know, I thought the world's greatest detective would have solved this case already. Loading error? I solved this case within 5 minutes of us playing the game, but I didn't want to ruin it for everybody else. So I'm giving you all the opportunity to solve it yourself.
I didn't know you were Batman. Hey, Mom.
Loading error, why was your message retracted? What did you say? Oh, because you said seg. Did that really get retracted by the bot? That's so funny. So Hannah has the tattoo? I thought it was Eve. I mean, I think we determined that Eve was probably the one with the tattoo, unless they both have tattoos. Although I'm pretty sure we've seen...
Eve has the tattoo, but that's before they gave up the game.
Right, yeah, because there's a couple of sets with Hannah, a couple sets with Eve, and then the final interview is probably all Eve, so far in as we can tell. You're just hot talking about Smoe. Sag. I thought hair down tattoo was Eve. I think hair down tattoo was Eve. Lol, you're correct. You have a mind that is capable of being wise and detective-y. Yeah, so we look up the word. Do we want to look up the word infertile, or do we want to start with the other 3 that we caught?
Hey, take your pick. I just know we were talking about early about that, but yeah, go for it.
Right. Oh, just one, okay.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
Right, we learned that Eve is a terrible driver. Let's see here. Afar.
Afar?
Oh, there's a couple of those.
A near?
4 seconds.
An affair.
Oh, wherever you are?
Simon wasn't having an affair.
I mean, technically correct. In the sense that, well, I mean, Simon probably thought he was having an affair.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, to him, he was having an affair.
She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
So the romantic thing in Glasgow was maybe like when he went out with Helen Eve. They do a fusion dance, become a perfect being. See, that seems like that would solve everything. Eve is pregnant. She talks about her baby. Well, the thing is that because Hannah is known to be pregnant, Eve could be playing along with that, like within this particular interview. Because I think it's the final interview where she gives up that she is not pregnant, but Hannah is. Maybe. I don't know. Let's look up the word infertile. How do you win this game? I'm confused. Basically, loading error, there's a special secret video, and when we get it, we get the jump scare and we win. It's like the slowest paced version of Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's true.
Hey, there's 3 words, or 3 videos. Yeah, so basically loading error, we're trying to figure out the truth of what's going on here. Basically, there's a whole database verse full of video. I can't. Smoe, help.
No, I think you got this. I think you got this.
There's a whole slew of videos, and they're full of secrets, and we got to get them. But basically, like, they're a bunch of like they're like interviews that, like, police interviews done with a woman named Hannah Smith after her husband Simon Smith is found dead in her basement. Well, one interview takes place before while he's merely missing, but then the rest of it is like a murder investigation of her husband. And we're basically trying to figure out the truth of what happened to Simon, and there's also seems to be something else going on. Because we've more or less seen enough videos at this point to, like, we can be reasonably sure that she may have caused Simon to become unalive. Hey Jen, how do you? X-Ray says, wait, this game ends with a jump scare after all the videos? I'm pretty sure it's going to be...
No, he's lying.
You watch when Mangle comes out of the computer screen and gets you.
Oh, can it be Chica? I like Chica.
That'll be the twist. The whole time we thought this wasn't a Scott Games FNAF game or something. Jen says, me do good. That's good to hear. But Jen says, we do. How is Normie? That's right, Jen's a normie now because he has to, like, go outside and touch grass and stuff.
Ew.
Sorry, Jen. Scott's secret FNAF game. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Complications. Should I leave? Am I uninvited now? Oh, you can stay, Jen. And Hatun is guessing molten bread. By the way, X-Ray, hi. I don't know if I said properly. Howdy ho to you.
Hi, X-Ray.
Hatun says, Data Bass. Is it fish shaped? It could be.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy, and it left her infertile.
I don't know that those are specifically connected necessarily, but
Felt like the universe had corrected its course. You were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
You know, actually, there's something interesting I wanted to point out because we learned that Simon and Hannah, and by association Eve, like once they got married, they were still living at Hannah's parents' house. Like it was still the same house, but at some point their parents like died. I can't remember if they died like together or like just like shortly one after the other. But like there are some sequence events where it's like suddenly they
They
never
own the
really had to
house.
move, like they never like had to move out of that house.
All right.
So that's definitely a coincidence with nothing suspicious attached. Actually, so what's progress on finding all the videos looking like? Oh, green means we watch. Yellow means that's the video we just barely watched. And so all the red are videos we have not seen. We don't have to necessarily have seen every single video, but there's a certain number of these videos that are like critical. And I think it's basically like every time we like see a video that causes the screen to flicker and reveal our face is actually getting a little bit clearer every time it's starting to realize. So I think there's going to be a certain point where like we've seen enough of the important videos to get the full reveal, because I feel like the real question this game is giving us is like, who are we, the player? Because that's like part of what the mystery is, I think. 56 seconds.
Ooh.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant.
Gasp.
Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Okay. That was also important. And we're getting music. That was a triple important one, man.
Mm-hmm.
So Eve is
By
the one
way,
that's pregnant. Huh?
Yes, Eve was the one that was pregnant, and it seems like Hannah had the miscarriage and then became infertile.
Right.
So they swap places, basically,
Yeah, so suddenly...
as far as fertility goes.
Right. And Hannah, who's always kind of been the primary twin, is now maybe the one that has to like start sneaking off into the shadows for a little bit, and or get one of those like fake baby bellies, which would probably be really obvious. Like,
if they were doing the switcheroo, is it Simon's baby? I would think so, because they're both seeing Simon.
yeah, so I mean, either way, it's like Simon's kid, because yeah, they're both essentially married to him, even though he doesn't know. Which I mean, I don't. It'd have to be pretty. I don't know. That's a strong level of obliviousness.
You mean oblivious? You mean the level of oblivious you are to the message that says chit chat on your screen?
Chit chat. That's irrelevant.
Okay.
Hatoon says you owe me $50. Smoe, you owe Hatoon $50 apparently.
What?
I don't know, that's what Hatoon says. That message popped up while you were talking, so that must have been you she was addressing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Fair enough.
SB? How's it going down there? That's right, SB was a person. Do I get actually... Interesting. So it's not letting me type anything, but I can type yes or no. Archive PC, no. Buzz when you're ready. Who do we think SB stands for? Super based. Solved.
I have no idea. Stormblood, obviously. Yep.
Loading error. You can't do that to me right as I click on something. That's rude. That was really loud.
Was it a pipe drop?
No, it was the friggin' Freddy jump scare. Right as I clicked chit chat the second time. Very mean. Gray will remember this. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any ghosts, unfortunately. Drat. Well, I'm out of ideas. I think this is just unsolvable. Oh, are we supposed to, like, if we type yes, does that... Well, I guess we can't type back now.
Yes would be the end of the game.
Right.
You end the game, you get a little bit of a, you know, whatever they are going to use as their finale, but, you know.
Right.
It depends when you want to stop asking questions.
And I feel like we still have answers to be finding, don't we?
I think so. We still have, what, 2 words that we haven't searched up yet? 3?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could technically look up this one. I don't know if I want to know the answers. It's so many. Why? All right. 6 seconds.
Sexy time.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Look, you're the one that
No.
came up with video results. Too bad for you. 6 seconds. There's going to be a theme here.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
Oh my gosh. They
I
know.
am not a crook.
Our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
They're all so short. I kind of like that.
No. You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
I don't think it was... Oh, this might actually give us some information. Hold on. Family-friendly channel says loading here.
I was 15. Carl was older.
Also a
17.
phallic character, Ray. Shush, Jen.
I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid.
In front of God?
So he got tired of
Yeah.
us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Sure. Ah, flickery, flickery. Oh, both sides of your pillow's cold gray. Oh, thanks, Jen. Very cool of you. Nick at
That's
30
really
would not
nice.
be proud of you. Right, so we've definitely learned many things. I think. Let's see here. I think I already searched this one.
Yeah,
I did.
cat
Okay.
fly.
That's right. Wait. Unsolvable. There's no answers
What
here.
was the fight about?
Fight. There was no fight.
Try argument?
Gasp. Answers.
Yes.
11 seconds.
There's no couple stuff. A stupid argument. Nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
Nice and vague. Good, good. Try church at some point. Could try church.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think this will come up with anything extra. Oh, it did. 27 seconds. What a time.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river. And then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. There it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
Okay. Try and act
So
like you were
probably
choosing
talking about
Glasgow.
the-
I don't know. Prince's Street. I mean, could try. I'm not sure if that's gonna. Wow.
Here we go.
11 seconds.
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself. Simon was my prince,
Hmm.
and that hasn't changed.
Oh, that's right. She's like way into like songs and fairy tales.
Mm-hmm.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends, and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children.
Hmm.
Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know?
Hmm.
Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
And Hannah and Eve have a major like MC complex. I was curious. How do you spell? That's not right.
I was gonna say try fairy, like fairy tale.
Could try that actually. Okay, because I feel like Simon maybe didn't have parents, but very.
No, he did. That's whose house they were in.
Those were Hannah's parents, I thought.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Quiet, thoughtful craftsmanship. Free.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
All excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories. Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
Sure.
So what was your favorite fairy tale?
I think it was Jack and the Beanstalk.
Okay. Oh, there's one.
See? Yeah, we'll look up
Fairy tales.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Right.
I think. Hold on. Rewatch that and write down like There were like 4 or 5 words she just said in a row. That was
I was
that's
not
probably
listening
one.
at all, but okay, fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Yeah, that's really wild. The way she said that whole video was like, look these up. Magical mirrors, lost children, witches, princesses, truth and stories.
Was there like a whole like fairy tale thing we somehow missed this whole time up till now? That's probably supposed to help you gradually figure things out for real life.
I like we kept hearing the Rapunzel thing and like, you know,
And
like, oh
ignoring it
no,
as
you
well.
know.
We should, because fairy tales are for children, Smo. This is a serious murder we're investigating.
Honestly, I didn't put it together until she said, "Oh, you know, you find answers in stories." I was like, "Oh."
An answer in stories. 8 seconds. This is it.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Every killer has a gimmick. Lost children could be good. Yeah, it turns out they're the Pied Piper twins.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty, pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut.
Mm.
The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Right. I'm just curious. Okay, I thought so. Alright, let's look up evil. Which I spelled correctly. Yeah.
Which?
Smoke Gray owes you $50 because he wasn't listening.
I
What?
wanted to
That's
see
not how that
Okay.
works, Attune.
I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
That's right. We forgot to look up more information about how she got back to finding them. Like, got back to Hannah. That was a whole plot line we did not... Because, like, Florence died. I wonder actually... Hold on.
I thought we looked up Florence.
We looked up Florence, but, like... Trying to, like, figure out, like, how... Because there's definitely a storyline in terms of, like, how Florence dies and then Eve gets back over to Hannah. I'm not sure how we'd find the words for that exactly to get that story, but... The fusion dance is real, says Loading Hair.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a
There you
hot
go.
summer, a heat wave.
Hmm.
So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
They totally somehow killed their parents.
Have we looked at parents?
We did. We looked up a lot of words, I think, related to that. We can... Heat wave. I think we definitely looked up the word parent. We came up with too many... Huh?
Try with an S at the end. No, it was the same one. Okay.
Drat.
Try each of them separately. Try dad and mom.
I did. I tried mom, mum, papa.
Did you try mother?
I must have.
Okay.
Mum or mother? I think I did mum as well. Let me double check that. I think I did. I did. Pop. Nah.
Father you did
Bodies.
already, or dad?
Try dad, maybe.
We did.
I know how to spell body. Don't question me. Okay. Well, they all British, Jen, says Hatun. You dare spell it my way. Jen, you don't have the copyright on the word dada. Okay, we could look up the word mirror. Ah.
Yeah, I think we did.
Could look up the word magic. Rand. Hey, kind of.
Alright, there's a couple.
We're solving it.
No.
Present.
It was a
I think I
chance.
actually did look up the word present. I have it in quotes here.
We'll ask a
but-
friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the
Mhm.
Ocean in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
So he had.
I don't know what a whisper is, but I want it.
So she had Eve ask him out, probably is what that's implying.
Mm-hmm.
Genuine pop British based solely on history, says Hatun. Pretty sure we've done
I
birthday.
mean, most Americans are too. Like, what?
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too
Right.
sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Oh, sure. On account of the house being full of dead stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, we all just related. Sure. Let me double check present. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let me try Jift real quick. Nope. Child. Yeah.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
See, she's talking about like she wasn't actually there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's Eve. She wasn't there at the wedding. She just saw the
Ugh.
pictures.
Child Ren. Ah. And I don't know if we could do Shotgun Wedding. That could be funny. I think we looked up Glasgow. We could double check that one though. 2 seconds.
You have children.
Helpful. Where does that appear? Okay. We're getting somewhere, kind of. Glas. Don't tell me there's nothing like that in there. See, you liar.
What about the other G word? What was it? What was it?
We're not allowed to say
Where
it on
they were.
stream, Smoe. Ah,
Oh,
glass.
oh, there's glass.
Very important, I'm sure.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks
Is this-
just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or...
Is this before he's found this one?
Not so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
I think so. Because it's not liked, it was likes.
Right, right.
But on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. And he made the mirror
Oh.
and he gave it to me.
He made the mirrors. That's an interesting detail. Which makes sense. He works at a glass place.
Try glazier. Glazier.
I could.
After you do wedding.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to be
Man is a
married.
well-off playboy.
It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
See, you can tell that she was actually there because she's talking about like an actual like moment and not just like snapshots kind of thing.
Yeah, and I didn't... How did they meet?
Oh, that's 2 minutes.
Ooh, that's a chunky one. And it's an ending one, so it's probably going to be a lot of revelations.
Right.
The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist.
Mm.
I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways.
Mm.
I was 17.
Yikes.
It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
Yikes.
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? And that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and I could move in. And that was the plan.
And then conveniently, Hannah's parents left their house to them, huh? 17 keeps being brought up a lot. Probably because everybody really loves that. Was it Zac Efron movie, 17 again?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why. It's such a classic that everyone remembers. Yeah, we could look up a glacier, you said?
Yeah.
Gasp! It's water time. I shall drink water.
I will drink water as well.
Excuse me.
You're supposed to drink it, not inhale it.
No. You need to keep the lungs moist.
Okay.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaciers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Oh, Simon's phone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's missing whatever. You turn the water
Right.
effect up again, Gray. I miss the super loud water. No, the water is sufficiently loud.
Did? Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaciers.
Hey, there's the thing. They met. They both like glass and blowing.
Wow.
Oh, everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier. He doesn't have much money. I don't know.
Simon blows.
Nope.
That'd be too easy.
Try house?
See, 17. Loading error is really on a roll for 17. Good look at it.
17. You sunk my battleship.
Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Make sure she's there and someone else isn't.
Right.
I wasn't in the house.
Great. You're a liar because you looked away.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
Car thief. Confirmed. Arrest her. Book her. 19 entries. House dead. Dang it. House alive? Dang it. Alright. Fine, we'll look up 17. Wow.
Yeah. There's one.
7 seconds.
All 7 seconds.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
It's helpful. Look at that. We've completed a whole early segment. Incredible. Yeah, somebody was wondering if we could like watch the everything in sequence, like once we unlock all the videos. I think that'd be helpful.
I think so. Or you can just look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, That's cheating.
It's true.
Loading error says, "Woo, we got 7 more seconds of info thanks to loading error." Let's see here.
Did we ever look up sister?
I think we did. Ooh. We'll look up sister next.
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Uh-huh. Gat.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from.
Dollhouse keeps coming
Don't
up
know
as a
if it was
word.
given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
I feel like Smoe's a list when Gray gets off task. Smoe shoots him a word, try and wrangle Gray in. No, Smoe's played this game many years previous. And so he has a notion of where to head.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I do have a list as well. And I know the ending, as it were.
That's how it has to be. Gray would get nothing done. I have many streams that prove how efficient I am.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find that Nichu Joe clip.
Yes. Like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end. Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die.
You doing okay?
It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Yeah, all right there. She was cooking Simon. Loading error solved it.
Were you talking to me, by the way, when you were saying if I was okay? Or
are you okay?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, I was wondering if something was coming through on my mic or something.
No, I mean, because I was asking her like if she was okay because she's like looking at a Rorschach test and making an elaborate story about a depressed wife and a sick husband. And I was like, that's a little much for just a blob. I forget, did you have another word you wanted us to look up before I start getting distracted? Or should I just keep plugging in random things?
Go with loading error. Try sick or ill.
Ill. That's what I is, like my beats.
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
She said a bad word. Man, such strong language over such trivial things.
So they
So that's true. So while Eve's living in the house, her parents died of illness, like just like overnight or something, like
Mm-hmm.
Illness with quotes. She swore, ban her.
I know murder was the first word, but were
Poison. Haneker, she's the bad guy. Let's look up the word sick too. Like, I almost wonder like if there's something Eve did that made the miscarriage happen as well.
Mm.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD.
Mm-hmm.
And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. He used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognize them. There's no way you would pick death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Convenient that. Yeah, it's getting a little clearer every time.
Mm-hmm. So, mushrooms, death cap. I mean, at that point, I would say poison, like you said at the beginning.
Yeah. Poison. Someone slipped deadly shrooms in their suppers. Wow, hey.
Never trust Big Butt and Smile.
Yeah.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something.
That's her, like, getting a little blamey at Eve, probably. Like, what did you do?
I got a job to contribute, Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
Right. No, it definitely seems like you kind of get the vibe that, like, Hannah becomes like way less okay with Eve as time progresses.
Yeah.
And Eve gets like more and more like parasitic on Hannah. Yeah. Dinner and school. Hannah poisoned them, says it too. I don't know if it was Hannah.
I think it might have been Eve. Eve was still in the house.
Mario tells you mushrooms do not help you get big. What? No, it works though. I just haven't found the right one. As soon as I find like the red one with like white spots on it, that's gonna work for sure. It's gonna be awesome. Dinner.
I'm gonna say death caps.
Lady. Drat.
Lady.
Death.
Oh, okay.
Cap.
Same thing.
Cook. I'm just typing away randomly. Don't forget the green ones give you an extra life. That's true. The greener, the better. Hey. 32 seconds. What a lie. What a time.
That night. We talked. Then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing the bar again and there he was. And again the next week, he offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Like, how would he have not noticed? It's like, wow, you look just like my wife.
He didn't need glasses. Maybe he didn't have his glasses like most of the time.
I mean, I guess that's been the implication, right? Is like,
Yeah.
like he probably should have used his glasses more often. But he's like too prideful about it, probably.
Probably.
It's the Clark Kent trick. Yeah, if you got a blonde wig, suddenly you're a completely different person. Works every time.
Before we move on from the parents, try sleep, like how they died.
Hmm. Ah. 11 seconds.
I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have 2 pillows and he just has 1.
A 2-pillower. Can't trust her.
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
A minute.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another card on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back.
What the what?
After
Luigi.
that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Wait, how did that video not come up before? Because we definitely have typed in Ouija before.
Isn't it O-U?
No, I was testing you. I know how to spell Luigi. I swear we typed in Luigi before. I have it written down as one of the things.
I think you actually click on the clock. I think you typed in Luigi.
Don't do this to me, Smo.
Let's see. H2O, T, machine. Maybe you didn't hit enter on it?
That might be
I think
crazy.
it would have been here already. Yeah, I might be crazy. It would have been there already.
Never
But you definitely have it written on that board.
I do. I have Luigi written on the board, technically. Because I wasn't entirely sure on the spelling. I probably meant to, like, I wrote it down and be like, oh, we gotta look that up because she didn't mention a Luigi board. And then I think we got distracted talking about Pergan and Nancy. You did because I think I suggested this is loading her. How dare she have 2 pillows as loading her? Right? If you sleep with 2 pillows, you're a freak. We all know this.
What about 4? And one's a body pillow.
That's an awful lot for one person. It depends. Is it like a sweet anime body pillow? Or just a lame normal one?
I have a cover to make it a sweet anime one.
But you haven't the strength to dress it up.
Well, it was on there for a while, but then like the body pillows kind like the cover is kind of nice, so it was starting to get damaged by like me like laying on it basically. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it off. I'd rather use it as like wall art.
Sure. Because what if it's 2 pillows, but both are docking? 2 giant pillows. Loading has 6. 2 pillows, 1 body, 1 normal. What is wrong with all of you? You need to calm down with your pillow wealth. Like, holy cow. Smoe
Winter
down
is
bad.
saying, "Wow, Grayson, just say you hate me." Grayson, do you hate Winter?
I mean, I wouldn't say it out loud. That'd be rude.
Okay, fair enough, buddy.
Gray sleeps on 1 super flattened pillow. I have a really, really nice brick that I use. It helps to align my spine. It's one of those like cinder blocks you can like pick up at like the supply store. It's great.
So what you're saying is your pillow's like your personality.
If by that you mean sturdy and dependable, yes. I have like 7 blankets, says Lalo. I'm like, why does everyone have these like nests they sleep in?
We're all
Jen sleeps
old,
without
we're
blankets. Okay,
dinosaurs.
Jen is officially the person I fear most here.
Well, he's in Australia. Of course he doesn't sleep with blankets. He'd probably die if he did from heat stroke.
Are you... But the boogeyman, he's gonna get your tootsies if those aren't under a sheet at least. You gotta take these things into consideration. That's what's wrong with having a nest. Dead weight, Attune is so rude. Don't make fun of my cinder block. Heck nabbit.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone sang with you from the rock.
Great. Plumber.
I don't have a bed frame. I'm safe. I miss not having a bed frame, honestly.
Drat.
I like being so close to the ground.
Ground is scary. Mattress on the floor. Me too, Jen. Loading yours says rock. Trying to get rid of mine, but my mom says no.
Right? That's the same thing where my mom and dad say no too, and it's like, just let me sleep on the floor. It's so comfy. You just get a nice, like, you get a nice memory foam mattress, and you throw that on the floor, and you're good. Or if you have, like, you know, you get like a legit what are they called in Japan? The mats.
Futon.
Yeah. The futon.
Futon. Torsion says futon. Yes. You said one of those Japanese beds that fold up. They're kind of nice. They're fun. I had a really comfy one when I was in Japan. But
I see futon, and I think of freaking playing ninja in Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Loading air says sleeping bag. Close enough, says Jen. Oh, hey, Botrix. Oh, I see. X-rays, just looking things. Oh, gotcha.
Looking at the points.
Got a lot of... Why does Botrix have points? Probably should disable those. That's just going to make it confusing. So I don't even know if there's a store available for those points.
Yeah.
We're going to look up... Tooth. I came with more than I thought there'd be. Teeth?
Okay. We're going to run down. Are there anything else that you're looking for, or else I'm going to run down this list because we're down to our last 30.
I'm literally just typing in nouns. So just whenever you want to offer something.
Okay, try attic. Did we try attic?
We might have tried attic. Oh, dollhouse is what I want to look up at some point. We must have done attic.
Chatter.
Yep.
I will never cease my endless chatter. Fight all of you. Hey, 22 seconds. Yeah.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Totally wish he was. Okay. Let's see. Let's look into more on the try car onto the drive and stuff.
A car.
I left the next day, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I... Excuse me. Is there a bin?
Well, that's Eve.
I mean, can you really get morning sickness when it's 9 o'clock at night? I'm calling fake.
I mean, baby growing, moving stomach.
No. Morning sickness is exclusively morning. As an expert on pregnancy.
I slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
Neat. Exhausted. Hatun says she pregnant. Bro, morning sickness is all out. Lolly, okay. A sickness. Just the person who is pregnant here. He won't, but good try, Lala. Grace secretly is a woman. No. No.
I'd like to know what all is all a sickness. That worries me.
Yeah, it sounds really unpleasant.
Try crash.
I think we looked up that one. Yeah.
Driving. Just going down car ones right now.
And then we'll do driving.
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
Next clip is like her in like handcuffs. We're like, wait, you can't. No.
Did they ever arrest her?
It's like I told you before.
I don't think she was.
I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
Oh, so that's when you decided to go actually help hide the situation rather than just leave her to her fate. Ah.
Try drove.
Mm-hmm. 12 seconds.
I think when I drove back, it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3.
You can't leave at a late number and come back at an earlier number. You go back in time. Time travel.
Try, yeah.
Oh.
Try morning. Not that kind of morning, you goober.
Look, I just type what I'm told.
It was late. Early Saturday morning.
Can't be late on early Saturday. Lies. She's from the future. To change the past.
Try Friday?
Like the horse? Sure.
Yeah. I meant more like the song, but sure. Okay, we did do that.
Today's Thursday, Smo. Monday. Drat. Lasagna. Garfield.
So what is it that we're missing in the DB?
Not a whole lot. There's this chunko is probably the biggest chunko.
So I'm thinking that's the actual, like, murder information then? Like, not, I guess murder is what we're deciding it is, but whatever happened to Simon, I guess.
All right, well, we learned that Hannah totally smashed his face up with a mirror.
No, he didn't smash his face up. They cut his throat.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing. I guess
Yeah.
deflated the face of blood via neck hole.
Try neck or throat.
Sure. Attunes says Friday, the Japanese tabloid? Sure.
Yeah.
Throat. Ah.
On his throat. How?
Neck. Adam. Apple. Ah. You laughed at me.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Oh, I wonder why. Can't possibly fathom the symbology there. Torres says, who says that out loud? Who says
Try
it?
arrest? I wonder if that would have been... No, that would have been...
Ah,
Oh,
that's a lot. Loading yours is super informative.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
So grumpy. 8 seconds.
This is nice of them. This is where you take people when it's time to arrest them. Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
Yeah. I mean, technically, if you don't have a birth certificate, they can't arrest you, right? That's like part of the rules.
Yeah, of course.
She did not have her coffee.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Hey, there you go.
See?
We searched coffee, right? Yeah, we did tea and coffee.
Yeah. We didn't search toffee. You're right, Smo. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay. By the way, I have the feeling that if you mix tea and coffee, you do not probably get toffee as a result. I'm just gonna throw that out there
Yeah,
in case
probably
people are
not.
gonna try alchemy.
Let's see. Try...
Slammer. Risen. Jail.
Try rules.
Cider House. That's a fun book. Hey, rules.
Yeah, because you had mentioned before the rules of the...
Right.
Okay.
Did we ever look up Rapunzel? I think we forgot to.
Being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or
You're welcome, Jen.
maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault.
Hmm.
She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Did they catch her there? I don't know.
Hmm. Interesting.
Just became our way of life.
Tune says pay respects.
We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Sure. Totally normal thing to do. I buried your
It lasted
bury.
about 6 months.
Winter says you're not reading your
Tried
chat,
to
Smoe.
carry on, but everything was different.
Oh, Winter says, have you tried
Hannah
buried or
insisted
bury?
I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
Imagination, lawyer. Jen's cat now speaks fluent English. You're welcome, Jen. Lawyer. Ah.
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
Imagination.
Wow, you hate Winter that much? You're just gonna skip over her suggestions? Wow.
Hmm? No, I'm doing the ones I want to do first. What's up? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Grayson, you jerk. I won't be able to hang out with you if you keep that up.
See if I ever stand up for you. I'm sorry, Winter.
Have we looked up Policia?
I think they call them coppers in the UK, Smo. Hey. 7 seconds.
When will the police let me back in the house? And they let me take a bag of clothes with me, but
Cop. Copper. Zinc.
Are they silver?
I think we did silver because I was trying to find werewolf proof. Ah. So definitely not. Maybe it's vampires. Oh, if that had come up with something, I would have been so happy.
What about
Vampire?
blood?
I think we did blood. Yeah.
We did. Okay. Okay.
Cartoon says he really said the quiet part out loud. I'm sorry. Look, I have a tendency to read every.
Next time. You
I
get
read
yelled
every other
at.
chat. Okay. How about
How's it?
Babbins? Drat.
Babbins. How's the database looking?
Database is looking pretty. We're still
Much
missing
more
some.
filled in.
It's getting pretty filled in.
Yeah.
Like I don't know when we get the option for
one chunk there.
Right. Yeah, it's like we're missing little nubbins here and there, but there's definitely like maybe like one. And also like chit chat. Oh, we just call whenever we're ready. I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was like waiting for them to call back or something.
No.
I gotcha. I'm just gonna start joining in with picking on you. It's fine. No, Winter, please. Not like this.
Let's try. TRY.
TRY?
Yep.
4 seconds.
Probably trying for a baby.
Okay. I'll try my best to remember.
Ah, you lied.
Oh, okay. Yep. Let's try. Let's just go down the list. Woman. Woman.
Woman. It's impossible.
It's women.
Ah. 23 seconds.
YMN.
The male,
Women.
says Hatun.
She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine.
Yeah, that's definitely how that works.
Yep. It's fine because it was a sister.
Simon wasn't seeing another woman.
As long as they're just it's family, it's just sharing. It's not cheating.
Try share.
I mean, as much as I love Sonny and Cher. Could try female.
I think that was actually on the list. Let's do glasses. Did we do glasses? I think we kept talking about them, but
Are you suggesting that the timeless duo of Sonny and Cher has somehow aged out of the pop culture?
Sunny definitely.
I mean, look, they were in the new Scooby-Doo movies. New.
Wow.
Therefore.
It has new in the title.
Yeah, that probably means it came out like 3 years ago, even though I watched it as a small child. What were we looking up? Cher? Drat.
Glasses.
I think we did look up glasses, but we can do it to appease you. 'Cause I don't like it when you yell at me.
Sorry.
From the 70s? Yeah, the new Scooby-Doo movies are a while ago. Shush.
Suspect?
I feel like that should work.
That was me yelling at him loading.
Was that Smoe? Yeah, Smoe gets so angry that the mic
When you
peaks.
suspect someone of murdering their husband.
I mean, most people suspect that always.
Okay. So you want to eliminate me as a suspect?
Hmm.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in two places at once.
It's true. 19 seconds.
This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. And they say you've been asking a lot of questions. About me. Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
Yeah. Doug.
I'd be mad to Doug and
You're like a
Eleanor. They're very
Dianosaurus.
worried. I feel sorry for them.
Doug and Eleanor.
I hoover, I dust every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week. But every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. Ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes.
That's
When I was there, I saw her.
impossible.
She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
Absolute BS. Like, cigarette smoke is like the most like impossible to hide smell on the planet.
I'm sorry, Grayson. Winter is preventing me from poking you anymore.
Hannah was deaf acting guilty before Simon died. Wait, who poked who? What happened?
Winter is saying I can't poke at you anymore, or not reading the chat, because apparently I don't read the chat.
Yeah, see, I am doing... Doug does shrooms so he can't smell the smoke. I mean, that's gotta be, like... I mean, because the thing is, like, if Doug is literally, like, nose blind, which is a thing, I'm, like, very nearly nose blind. I have a very weak sense of smell. But even I can tell if someone's a smoker, because that's, like... And that's, like, a smell that, like, lingers on your soul. Like, it's such a clingy smell. Is that why you don't have a nose?
I didn't take his meds today.
My nose is there.
No, you don't have a nose, buddy.
Look, if
we checked, we tried.
Everyone that has the heart of a
really
child can see it. If you can't see, it means that you're a cold, cynical adult. I'm sorry for you.
Also, loading, if I didn't take my meds today, I would be the complete opposite of this. I'd be quiet, and I'd be a sad sack. So yes, I did take my meds. Thanks for asking. Thanks for checking up. I appreciate it.
A Smoe sack. Like John Cusack, but John Smoe sack.
Can we stop talking about my sack, please, and move on?
Maybe she just says she goes places people smoke like bars. I mean, maybe. It's one of those things where it's like... And I guess back in like in the 80s and 90s, it'd be pretty pervasive. Like, so many people were still smoking. I could believe that.
Yes.
Yes?
I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
And that's when she has to take off the shirt and shows off her tattoo. Got it.
Shirt. Spill. DB. Dret. Decibel. Drat.
Do we look up Eleanor?
I just did, I think.
We looked up Doug. Oh, okay. Yeah, you did. You did, sorry. Yes, dreams? I don't know why that's on here, but we're looking it up.
Dreams are for suckers. STD. We'll look up STD after this, just for you, loading error.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously, I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me.
He likes
I
palindromes.
enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Hmm. Interesting.
Did we do Sing before?
Not yet. That was a great movie, though. Sequel wasn't bad either. Ah.
Oh, okay.
Song.
Try singing.
Boss singing, say. Yeah. You're like my wife, but better.
So I moved out.
That's how blonde hair works.
Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings. So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since.
So she got kicked out of the house?
I don't exist.
What was it that you said?
She got kicked out of the house somewhere. She's paying her own rent somewhere.
Yeah, after they moved into this house.
Well, they were living in Hannah's parents' house. Did they move again?
Sure.
Tattoo says Grace and
I
Al
thought-
is
I
banned
thought
from
they
bossing.
went-
Say, dang it.
I thought they went at one point to Simon's parents' place. I don't remember. What? Yeah, try move.
Move it, move it. Ah. Jen's a good helper.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
That's what's going on. She's in a bed sit. Okay. I missed that word before. So she's basically like in a hostel, basically, like renting, like literally might even just be renting a bed, like in a home. Like,
So it's from that conversation or from that video, it seems like that once Hannah found out Eve was pregnant, she wanted to come clean. Is that what she was insinuating there?
which one did I just watch?
Second to last, I think.
Watch that again.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
So
Yeah.
that's what it was. Okay, so
It
So
was
Hannah's-
like, oh, you're pregnant? No, you need to get in here.
I mean, which some props to Hannah, perhaps, depending on the motivations. In terms of like,
It seems
hey,
like Hannah seems to have gotten the morality out of the two.
right. Like Hannah definitely was like, hey, maybe we should let Simon know that he's actually been married to two people, and that only one of them is currently pregnant. Like, Hannah may thief the baby.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting.
Oh.
Afterwards, she told Simon about me.
Oh.
Told him I was pregnant.
Oh.
She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had.
So that might have been the fight.
She knew that instant. The look on his face. She
Hmm. Yeah.
We're still
Okay.
missing that whole block there.
Right.
Let me see something. Let's see.
Thief. Thief. Rob. Bob. Ah. Duck.
Did force. Check Doug, I thought. Driving,
Weave.
drove, Eleanor, eliminate. Do we check that one?
Dodge.
Duck.
I already looked up duck. Nice try.
Oh.
Twins? I don't know if we looked up twins, actually. Weirdly enough. I mean, I'm definitely still in the camp that there's only one person that she's super psycho. Hey, look at that.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Oh, like, are you pregnant with twins? What if Eve had twins? It all makes sense.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Okay.
I think they're talking about them.
Right, maybe.
Try, this is going to be a weird stretch for us, but try fingerprints.
Finger. Print. Ah, that's a lot.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven.
Yo, did they intentionally burn their fingerprints off? That'd be wild.
I thought they did.
Fingerprints?
Oh, did they...
Yes. Yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. Were the fingerprints in all those places?
Hmm.
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible?
So they found more than...
Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking idiot.
That might be some ignorance. I'm actually curious if identical twins do have identical fingerprints. Because part of my brain says, of course they would. Part of my brain says that fingerprints have always been 100% unique. But twins might be the weird exception on that. Cup. Aha.
Sing
Bop.
sister. Did we look up sister?
Sis. Tur. Ah, we didn't somehow. Weird.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
Hmm. It's a misconception that twins have identical fingerprints. While identical, twins may share physical characteristics. Each person will share their own unique. Yeah, I kind of figured that would be the case, Winter. Thanks for backing me up and disagreeing with Smo on that.
I did what?
And she's never coming back.
Because she did say bye, Hannah. I learned that in the tap code.
Let's try reflection.
I think I did that when I was looking up all the Mulan lyrics individually by word.
Okay.
Oh, no, I guess I didn't.
Nope.
A minute.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements. Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that.
Yikers.
My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
And she liked all the fairy tales.
Let's try.
Nice. Okay. She's a homeschool. That explains a lot of problems actually, as far as like the corrupted morality. Everyone knows if you're homeschooled, you eventually grow up to become a murderer. It's just the natural order of things.
It's true. I was homeschooled for a year.
Just I saw that reveal with the sirens in the background. Yeah, the sirens have been basically like anytime we come across a particularly significant video, we either get like a reflection in the screen, we get like a flickering light with like noise effects, or we get like full-on sirens based on like the I guess significance of the thing. War. Drat.
Never changes.
Never does.
Try name.
Sure. Drat. I was gonna see if war changed, but it didn't. Hey, 10 seconds.
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
There you go.
And that's probably when she's like, my name is Eve. Yeah. Oh, the lie detector is the only section we're missing, actually. Because I bet that one right there is like when she's starting the test.
Try lie detector.
Usotsuki. Right? Okay. Lie. Ah.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
We are where I think our...
Getting there. Yep. Yeah.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
Results may vary. Oh, geez.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to not
It's
work
gonna
so
be
well.
just be the early one. Princess. Try Page. Page.
Page Master. 24 seconds.
No. he
Aren't you
doesn't
the
keep a
main character
diary.
of that movie?
That's my thing.
Shush.
I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. Helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Try Match.
Sure.
I think we did Diary before. No,
We haven't. 24 seconds even.
When I was 8, Mother died.
Hmm.
She slipped down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
It was an accident.
Sure.
I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Okay, and then we got the whole story of how they met and what happened with all that.
Yeah, she slipped.
I know there's a lot of things with Eve where it's like,
So, try Match. Match. No. Nursery.
Trap. Nursery. As opposed to ursery. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Slip.
Remember.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta pronounce it stronger, Smoe, so I can spell it
Sorry.
right.
Let's try Mother. No, we did Mother. Lock.
Remother. Loch, I know. Like the nest monster. Rat.
Other lock.
Fine. Just ruin all my fun by taking the monsters out of the game, Smoe. Why don't you? 4 seconds.
Yeah, I had to let myself in. The door locks if it swings too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, those are early
I always pull it
ones.
shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
Yeah, those are early ones.
We're really not able to get that lie detector test. It's impossible.
Hotel, maybe?
Total. 3 seconds. Yes.
And the hotel said he was there?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't.
There.
Good job. Well, it is
there.
It is 10 past midnight here on my end.
Yikers.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, see, I solved it. This will be the one that gives us. This is the linchpin.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
The Rock killed him. Dwayne.
It all makes sense. Rock. Drat. She said another word that actually seemed kind of.
Try confess.
But.
Nope. Okay.
Honest. Question, maybe?
Yeah.
I can spell question. Wow, Jen, you're so good at games. You should play them.
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
I feel like the police figured out pretty early on what was going on.
You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead.
Right, and that's probably because she gave like a suspiciously similar answer. We're never going to get that lie detector test. It's impossible.
No.
No one can know the truth. Hatun says, so rude. For what? Nothing. I'm a good person, Hatun. Don't slander and libel.
Try live? Like, maybe they asked her, it's like, where do I live? And...
Right.
Try love?
Ah.
Oh, just a few.
Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
That was the end of that one.
Ah, that is the end of the first one. Okay.
No. I mean, everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. You must love them very much. What ages are they?
Age? Yeah.
Try thin. Kids work.
Yep.
Hey, there you go.
4 seconds of info.
4 seconds.
There you go. How many kids?
Thinner. Okay, we'll just do thin.
Nope. Okay. That's when she was talking about that. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. And I'm looking at a list.
You're looking at
like
the truth.
Yeah, it's like I feel like we've gone through most of these, if not all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got a pretty solid handle on everything that happened.
Yeah.
Like, more or less.
I think at that point is just figuring out what, like, it's where the mask starts to come off, I think, is what we're missing there.
Right, which is unfortunate. Because that seems like that'd be kind of fun. But we basically got, like, outside of, like, a few little things here and there, we basically got the whole story of what's going on, so... Do we want to say we're done?
Yeah, I mean, it's already 12:15 my time, so...
Yeah, so I think we've... Let's see here, because, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. We're just missing the lie detector test.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure we're, like, missing a couple of the nuggets here and there, but we generally have the scoop.
We have the... Yeah.
Didn't he give them both unique mirrors, or am I crazy? Yeah, no, they both got unique mirrors. Hannah killed him with her mirror. And then they were trying to, like, show the other mirrors, like, the evidence, like, oh, yeah, this is the present he gave. Like, it's weird that you think that he was killed with a shard of a mirror, because this one's definitely not broken, you see?
Hey.
I just wanted to bug him. Now we can answer. Let's see what the answer was the whole time. You think you understand why your mother did what she did? Gasp. I don't. She sucks. Big ones. I hope she's locked up forever. I mean, do you think... I get... Oh, we have to actually answer this. Wait, hold on. So, do you feel like we understand sufficiently, Smo?
So it seems like at the end of things, Eve probably thought Hannah was going to be a better mom, so gave Eve gave herself up to have Hannah be the mom, even though Hannah may have done the murder?
Is that how we feel like that happened?
Because whose mirror was it? I thought it was Hannah's mirror that was used to kill.
Right. Hannah's the one that apparently is the one that killed him.
Okay. So if
However,
that's the case, wasn't it that he gave Eve a mirror,
right,
and she knew, and then Hannah got a mirror after, freaked out, broke it and started swinging wildly based on what Eve was saying, and then it seems like Eve kind of, I don't know, it seems like she gave up the whole story at the end there.
right, like, because the thing is, like, it sounds like maybe Hannah's already, like, gone, like, she's, like, gone skis. Like Eve's doing, like, this final interview, like, while Hannah's, like, getting out of Dodge, but I looked up the lie detector is incredibly hard to figure out.
But wouldn't then, hold on, if Eve's...
So I think
it's Eve. Is Eve out?
Well, I think
Eve would have had to add you, right?
Right, because that's the thing though. Because like she even says in the interviews, like how can you arrest me? I don't exist. And like very technically speaking, she did nothing wrong. I mean, she technically aided and abetted a criminal, but you know maybe the things are different in the UK. But also, I can imagine Maybe
I have it backwards. Maybe Eve killed Simon. But since Eve was pregnant, Hannah took the rap. Somebody's taking the rap for somebody.
I mean, I don't. Eve had more.
How else are you here?
Well, you can still have, like, they don't abort your baby if you're in prison. Like, you can still be fair, like, I mean.
No, of course. But then you would kind of know like.
Well, the thing is, like, you might know, like, the gist of it, but, like, if Eve never talks about it, you wouldn't know what happened. That's why you'd want to look at the record to see exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Hannah killed Simon out of jealousy. I mean, I don't think Hannah intended to kill Simon. That's the other thing. Is like, I think she was extremely angry in the moment, which, I mean, fair.
Right.
Like, although also maybe not fair because technically she started it by making him. I mean, I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Although maybe Simon at some point was in the wrong because he thought he was cheating. But I think I feel in terms of like, you know, sins worthy of death, maybe, you know, maybe that's not an appropriate response. Simon wanted to be with Eve from what I get. Yeah, well, I think that's what made Hannah freak out, actually. Like, that's what really made her mad, was the fact that, like, when she came clean about everything, she realized that Simon maybe loved Eve more than Hannah. And that's the thing that Hannah couldn't stand. And that's probably what made her really freak out. We're going to say no. I mean, it's... See, the problem is, like, they say you understand why she did what she... Like, so I think we more or less understand the events that happened, but in terms of, like, why she did it. Like, do you feel thoroughly understanding of the why?
No, not really.
I don't either.
I feel like somebody's taking the rap for somebody, but...
It's understandable, sir. You can always come back in. I'll be outside. Log off and meet me over the road. Ah, we're Sarah. Uh-huh. It's understandable that we don't understand.
Yeah.
We logged off. So apparently we were
did.
Syrah. Wow. Isn't Sarah what Hannah wanted to name the baby she lost? That's kind of creepy. Well, I mean, that's the thing is, like, I mean, Eve is clearly unbalanced as a person. I mean, for fairly understandable reasons. But Hannah's also extremely unbalanced. Like they've both essentially been like living out like a fantasy their entire lives. A lot of people involved with this. It would be kind of interesting to go through and like watch all the interviews like in order, like just like off of YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Just get like the full and complete context, but probably not right now. But
yeah, I was gonna say maybe that's something to do either on an off stream or like on Discord.
Right.
Together on a group kind of thing.
Yeah, I think this was fun though. This is different.
Yeah. I figured this would be a game that would be up your alley. I know you like the point and click, you know, thinky kind of games.
Right. This definitely took longer than I think we anticipated, but also maybe because I'm dumb and slow.
I mean, I was on this ride too, so we're dumb, but yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, we can
Anime
probably
dad.
we can include chat in that. Chat was also pretty dumb to slow us down, so we're all here. We're all dumb together. I'd be nice to see what actually happens in a mini stream, but I'm gonna jump off. See you later, loading error. It's 12:30. I'm gonna go get some sleep. That tune says definitely everyone's dumb. Jen says excuse me. Carson says, oh hey Carson. Carson says I'm not dumb. Carson's just in time to be called out. Sorry. So you can always try admin, random, or the unlock command. There you go. Cheat codes.
Yep.
So random probably just like gives you a video you haven't pulled up yet.
Cool. So maybe that's something we can do off stream on Discord or something, is just random and keep hitting enter basically.
Right.
Cool. So Gray, so you had mentioned that you were doing stuff with your family coming up this weekend. When is that, tomorrow or is that
So Saturday there's a family get together.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I can probably still do like an evening stream. It might not be able to start at the usual time, like slightly later perhaps.
Okay.
So we could possibly still do something if people
Probably
want to
around,
do something.
I guess 10 my time.
Yeah, probably like 8 p.m. my time, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, probably play it by ear a little bit, but yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, I may try to do something like at our normal start time for a couple hours, and then kind of roll into our co-streaming. I'm not really sure what I want to do, but oh no, I want to stream again. I want to play something.
Yeah. Gotta search your heart to know the answer.
Yeah. As far as long-term plans for me go, I do. Since we're coming up on the new year, I guess we can kind of get into a little bit of this. I may be extending my hours by at least an hour.
Your office hours?
Yes, my office hours. No, my streaming hours.
Okay.
I want to try to extend them by at least an hour, so do 3-hour streams. And probably keep the same schedule. I don't think I want to extend any more days. But I think what I'll be doing is setting each day of the week to be a specific type of game or a specific game.
Okay.
But first thing on the list, I do want to finish the story of 16. I probably won't get into the DLC until after the PC version comes out. And then after that, I've got the Onimusha remake I want to go through. There's the Star Ocean Second Story remake I want to go through. Yeah, there's Liza P that we have to take a look at. I want you on the controls for that one.
Sure.
Anything else I can think of? Oh, where's my Steam? I've been having fun with Monster Hunter, but really that's often on stream. It's kind of one of those chill games.
Right. Sure.
I know out of things that you may have received. I know Mass Effect was on that list, but I don't know when you want to try to tackle that.
Right. I mean, how long is that game? Like 20 hours?
I mean, there are 3 games, so you have like, yeah, you have each game.
That could take a second.
Yep.
That's like a point and click, right? No skills needed.
No skills needed.
Crap. I don't have those. I use those to pay my bills. Make Ray play Dragon Age. Huh? Why is everyone so mean to me?
Yeah, I've got things on the list that I want to do, but yeah, first things first, I do want to get through 16.
Yeah, fair. Sweet 16.
Yep. Yeah. So I have games on the list.
Gotta play again, BG3 hardest difficulty. Sure. Romance or Witchcraft will be fine.
Gate 3.
Sure. Those all sound like ideas.
Do we want to plan on... Well, I guess you said play it by ear, so never mind. We'll play it by ear.
Right. But yes, I mean, I think so Sunday, and I don't know if you want to join in, Smoe, or if you got plans going, because that's New Year's evening, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, actually, I think I have New Year's Eve free. And so I was talking with Zyga about possibly doing like some party gaming streams.
Ooh,
like for some reason, Zyga really wants to play Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it's because he secretly hates me. But
I do have, not all of them. I don't have quite, well, you know, I don't have any of the latest ones, but the Jackbox games I do have.
Right.
There's also
so I know there's like Tabletop Simulator has a bunch of different games.
Right. I do have Tabletop Sim, and I have a collection of games on there that I really enjoy.
But yeah, we were thinking about that, like, and I don't know how long of a stream, like when we'd start, but that was something that Zyga was actually interested in doing, which he never volunteers for anything.
Cool. So. I would also offer my emulator collection as well, if that is something we might want to take a look at as well.
Right. I'll probably message him, and maybe the folks that are interested, we'd all get like a Discord group or something to discuss ideas and stuff. But Jen says I can't play. Jen, you can play in spirit. You can get like a little like a little thimble, just like an actual real life thimble that I know you have. Because we all know you're a proficient seamstress in your spare time, Jen. And you can play on your own cardboard that you draw the little squares on. You can make some little paper dice, and it'll be just like you're there with us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jen. I'm really sorry that your computer died.
Yeah.
Really sucky. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll figure stuff out as it gets closer. Which I guess it's already getting close, because that's Sunday. But we're really good at scheduling and planning ahead, so don't worry.
Yep. Totally the best.
So anyway, now that we're all equally good friends and equally great detectives, I think we can go ahead and call it for tonight.
Yep.
So thanks everyone for hanging out. We did it. We figured out the mystery, kind of, mostly, and maybe off stream sometime we'll figure out the rest of it.
Yep.
So look forward to that. If we remember to do that, somebody can probably remind me. Just like how Simon died. No, Simon got slasher filmed.
Simon lived on through us, his child.
Yeah. I forgot about that part. I guess we did learn about how her dad got murdered. That's probably not good for therapy. That's going to make
Yeah.
the bills get more expensive. Anyway, so
Yeah.
on that happy note, I hope
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
has a good night and a happy new year, I suppose. If we don't see you before
Yep.
then.
We probably, hopefully will.
I mean, if I see none of you again, it'll be too soon.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow, Grayson. Wow.
So, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Especially because my mom probably didn't tell us. Yeah, I mean, I think that can be pretty strongly implied that if we knew anything, we knew very little,
Yeah.
which is why we got our buddy in the force to hook us up with the tapes. But anyhow, that's it, and we'll see everyone later.
Later, all.
Okay, bye.
Bye.